Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am 𝐁𝐞𝐜𝐤𝐬𝐭 and I am back with another lecture on the OOP series, lecture 5. And here we would be looking in more depth about what is destructor. So as we have learned what is constructor, let's see what is destructor. Destructor basically destruct the object of classes. What does that mean? So consider whenever we create an object, constructor is usually called. Now constructor is usually called while we create an object. What happens when the object is deleted explicitly, or the object is now out of the scope, or we don't need the object anymore? So basically at that particular time destructor is being called. So destructor is basically used to free up or clean up the compiler memory. So basically whenever we calling a destructor, it does all the cleanup for the classes and objects and it classes members whenever the object is destroyed. So consider that I am having a car class. It is having speed and weight, and I am now creating a class Audi which is having the same speed and weight. Now if this particular object is deleted, how to free up this memory and this memory? So basically for that destructor is being called, and here there are given some properties for the destructor. Destructor doesn't have a return type, it can be defined only once in a class, and it is prefixed with a tilde sign. So basically whenever we call the destructor, it is having the same name as the class name, and it doesn't have any return type, it doesn't takes any kind of parameters, and it is called by a tilde sign. So let's have a look. So basically here we have created a class car. Here we are calling the car constructor, cout car constructor invoked, and here we are calling the car destructor, cout car destructor invoked. And whenever we are making an object for class C1, car C1, here creating an object of car, here you can see car constructor is invoked and then car destructor is invoked. So basically whenever we create any object, class, or this is the way we clean up the memory. So destructor is basically used to deallocate the memory of an object. So have you ever thought that what happens whenever there is no destructor being declared? So if any destructor is not declared, compiler will generate the destructor that will call destructors of all the members of that particular object. So basically destructors is basically, we can say it's necessary because you get your memory free, so there is no memory leak as well. And also since it is like destructor is automatically invoked as well whenever we don't whenever there is no declaration for the same, it will destruct all the memory which is not needed anymore. So basically for memory saving, so basically whenever we need to save our memory, destructor is the best thing which we can use. So constructor basically is called whenever an object is being created, destructor is basically called whenever an object is being destructed or whenever an object is being deleted. So basically at that particular time destructor is called, and whenever an object is being created, constructor is being called. So basically this was all about the constructor and destructor. There were 3 to 4 videos on the same topic, constructor and destructor, and I hope that all the videos are clear to you guys. So just to give you a brief overview, let's go through all the things one by one. So basically constructor is called whenever an object is being created. Constructor is of 3 types: default constructor, parameterized constructor, copy constructor. So default constructor is always called, it is created by the compiler. Even if we don't declare the default constructor, it is always called. Default constructor is invoked at the time of object creation, and default constructor doesn't have any of the parameter. Now coming to the parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructor is the one which are having parameters inside the constructor. So at the time of object creation, we can assign some values to our object. Now coming to the third, copy constructor. So copy constructor comes into the role whenever one object needs to have all the object members, all the data members present in the other object. Consider I want to copy one object to another object, we use the copy constructor, like all the data members, all the variables would be copied from one object to another. So basically these were 3 types of constructor. In the copy constructor we saw two types of copy constructor taking place: shallow copy and deep copy. Shallow copy is something which is created by default. Deep copy is something which we need to code explicitly. Shallow copy and deep copy were basically used whenever we used to assign a dynamic allocation for any pointer. In the shallow copy, both the pointers of the objects which were a copy of each other were tried to allocate to the same memory address, but in the deep copy we resolved this issue, and now both the objects which were a copy of each other, both the objects were having pointers, and both the pointers were allocating to different memory address. So that was resolved in the deep copy. Now coming to the second thing, which was destructor. So destructor is basically called whenever we destruct any object or whenever we delete any object, just to free up our memory. There is no chances of memory leak, and many more useful things. Constructor and destructor both have the same name as the function name. Constructor doesn't have any return type, so do destructor. And constructor and destructor basically varies with a tilde sign which is present in destructor. So this was a brief overview on all the things we read in this constructor and destructor lectures. Now in the coming lectures we would be looking on SS specifiers. Hope this video is helping you in any way. So if you are someone who is new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you are someone who is liking the video, please hit the like button and share it among your friends. And also if you are someone who is watching this series and have any kind of feedbacks to me, so do provide the feedback so that I can improvise myself in the coming videos. Guys, see, I am also new to making lectures and everything, but I am trying really hard so that you guys can have a clear understanding of what all things are going on, and even if you're in your interviews you are being asked any question, you don't miss out that question. So this was all about this video. Till then, take care, keep learning, keep growing. Bye all.